not quite.
Yeah. So we're recording.
Can we get a mic check 1, 2?
Mic check.
Mic,
check.
Kitty, mic.
Check.
1, 2.
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Check.
Hello.
Check.
Probably.
Oh, I feel that's my mic.
Is it on yet?
Mix.
Check,
That's
check,
right.
check.
Why does it say JQ?
Technically it's ours now because Kevin bought it.
Well, then change the name. Is
Good
it working? Can you hear me?
Because I wanted to always say JQ.
Is it?
It stands for just quickie. So don't get messy with me.
I only have time for quickies.
Fancy hair.
Are we ready?
They're not doing longies.
You both
they're
look like
doing quickies.
SM58s.
Breaker.
Breaker 19.
Breaker.
Breaker 19.
Yeah. All right.
Now you're there?
This sounds so cool. You guys should be able to hear how cool this sounds. Breaker.
What sounds cool? I hear
Are you hearing up there?
Yeah.
Breaker
I'm
19.
the only one that
Come on,
can't
goodbye.
hear out of that, but it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
breaker.
There's a smoky up at mile marker 23.
How's your level?
We are Breaker 20.
Are we ready? Ready?
I guess.
Okay, cool. Well,
Are you have the intro roll?
it's ready.
And scene.
I don't know what the level is on playback, but let's go.
All right. Well, welcome to episode 11 of Motor City Music Society. We have Jared and Carrie of Tone Wars and Rain Music here today. My name is Erin.
And my name is Tammy Lynn.
It's not.
It's
not.
Tammy Lynn.
It's not.
I am Tammy Lynn. I'm not
it's-
Tammy Lynn?
Nope.
I'm
You're
not?
also
Okay.
Erin.
I'm Aaron. Also, that's
but of
really
the GTV
confusing.
sort.
I didn't know
Also
that
Aaron.
should be a thing.
No, I'm
Aaron
Tammy
G
Lynn.
from Aaron G TV.
And we are live at the Sound Shop right now. We're going to get this podcast going.
Oh my goodness!
Are we on camera right now?
It's the logo right now.
Just say I was doing this. Oh my God, my phone is messing.
The Fresh Maker.
Motor City Music Society, the Fresh Maker. I like that.
There you go.
I think it's awesome.
That's
Well,
really cool.
yeah, once again, welcome to episode 11 of Motor City Music Society, live at the Sound Shop studio in Macomb. We have a very special episode. We have a lot of firsts today on this episode.
That's true.
We have Jared and Carrie here of
Hello.
Tone Wars. Yay!
Oh my goodness! They thought it wasn't going to happen, but it did. It did happen.
And I have a sinking mic stand that keeps going lower and lower. I didn't notice that until
I
just
mean,
now.
you know, you
So,
gotta
you
get that
know.
angle, girl.
You know,
Man.
I'll get it right.
them
And so
angles.
we have surprise interviews today. We have big announcements happening a little bit later today. We have our very first Michigan beer tasting
Oh, yeah.
later
My goodness.
today.
Yeah.
So
That's gonna be
my
nice.
face just lit up.
Beer.
Listen, I was gonna try to find the Homer Simpson clip of that, but all of the YouTube
I will
clips
play Homer
were
tonight.
so yeah, all the clips were so crap quality that I didn't even want to
It's
try.
all about
I don't have
beer.
So we have quite a crew to introduce today.
Yes, we do.
My name is Erin Accomando. I'm here all the time. I think I'm on every episode. I think, right?
I think so. Pretty
I
much.
think
Oh
it was.
no, there's one where I
Is
was
there
playing
one?
the part of you instead of Tammy.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I am
Was-
Aaron
I
G.
was
I'm
still on the
alone from
episode.
Aaron G TV.
Yes. And let's go around the room and everybody introduce yourselves.
Go!
Since we're all in one room today.
Breaker 19. This is the Smoky.
The Smoky.
No, my name is Kevin Wesley Williams.
And he has superpowers of audio
And magic fingers.
and magic fingers.
Which is the same superpower,
the same, yeah.
actually.
Same.
And Sexy
Sexy
Phil.
Phil.
He has his own mic today.
got a mic today. But I am said Phil. That is sexy. Good day, everybody.
And of course, the Tone Wars hosts.
Yes, I'm Jared.
And I'm Carrie.
Oh my goodness.
And also, Mike doesn't have a mic. That's ironic. The mic
Mike
doesn't
needs
have
a
a
mic.
mic.
doesn't have a mic.
Mike could have had a mic, and I could still give him.
Actually,
Mike
there's a mic
has.
right there.
There is a mic over there. We'll figure it out. Mike's gonna get a mic, but for now,
We have the technology.
Mike Desess, that's my boyfriend. He's one of our camera ops this evening. He's actually been one of
Mike
the camera
checking the
ops
mic, Mike,
before.
too.
When we run a little bit short on crew,
Yes.
he helps us out. This very quickly turns into a Motor City Circus.
Watch out for that USB
I'm
line.
trying to share the podcast, and it's not popping up.
not
If
showing
you
It's
go
not
to
come up
my
in my-
profile, it's on my profile. It's also on the Motor City Music Society page.
Also, everyone, if you're listening live and you want to help us out, feel free to like. First is with the liking of
Yes.
the link, and
The
then
liking.
also the sharing of the link
The
also
sharing.
helps out very much, and the watching of the link.
Yes.
And I would never condone the botting of the link. I would never do that. I would never say to go to the site and bot the show so that it appears, but I would never do that. Never.
Hold on.
And
His
I
name is
wish-
Kevin. He's got superpowers of stealthiness.
And also, if you're watching right now, go ahead and log in on YouTube because you can comment. I can actually read your comments, and if you have any questions for Jared or Carrie or any of us on the crew, you can ask us those questions, or you can just comment away. So go ahead and log into YouTube. If you have a Google account, you already have a YouTube account. Just log in right there because I'm watching the feed on my computer.
That's
as
right. We have the
speak.
technology. I
We
am
have the
also
technology.
watching the feed.
And if you'd like some behind the scenes footage at any point,
Aaron Accomando.
Nope, you're not Aaron.
His name is Aaron Accomando,
You have to
and he's
speak closer to the
blazing up the
mic.
charts.
Aaron
Number
Accomando?
Nope.
No, I'm Mike. I was close.
Oh God.
Mike.
This isn't going. Oh Lord. This isn't going. well.
Rockamando.
And if you guys like behind the scenes kind of stuff, we have all sorts of Instagram, Twitters, Facebooks, Snapchats. On Twitter and Snapchat, we are MC Music Society. And on Facebook and Instagram, we are Motor City Music Society. So please check that out when you have a second. We're always making announcements about the next shows and whatnot and how you can help out.
And beer.
And beer. For the first time ever. So, I was going to say for the first time again. We're just firsts. I'm just going to say
It's
first.
very
the whole
exciting.
way.
Yeah,
tonight is
Very
all
exciting.
first.
Very
This is-
So you guys are
Beer.
here to. I was going to say celebrate. I think I'm going to go with that.
Yeah.
Celebrate Tone
We have
Wars.
beer, so there's a celebration.
There's beer for the
Exactly.
celebration.
Beer.
Yep. And so you guys are here to talk about Tone Wars. And the very
Yes.
first thing I just want to say is, where can people find out about Tone Wars? And then please explain what Tone Wars is.
Okay, they can find us on Facebook as Tone Wars, and just type in Tone Wars and it'll pop up. You'll see the TW symbol and
Has
like
a
the
fire
page.
background.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
another Tone Wars.
Yeah,
So the one with the fire background.
one with
Good
fire
call.
background,
Good
lots of
call.
fire.
Background fire.
We started Tone Wars. Jared thought of the idea because we're in a band. It's called Rain. You guys are in bands,
Yes.
all of you, and we love performing with Elsie Biggs.
Ditto.
Yeah. So when we go to the shows, we want to talk to the musicians about their gear and about their experiences and get to know them. And it's always just so loud and so busy, right?
And
Yeah.
stressful.
And then we get upset at each other for taking so long to tear down, for gabbing.
Hey, I'm signing autographs. And,
Yeah.
It's like, booking flights and, all that craziness.
Flights around the world.
I
Right.
want to give everyone the maximized experience.
Right.
But,
We just wanted to give a platform for people to come on the show, talk about their gear, why they love their gear, why they love their instruments, and the tools that we all use to perform.
that's cool. And it gives the bar owners and the staff and everything a break. Because I know usually as a musician, you invite all your musician friends out to
Yeah.
a gig.
Yep.
They want to talk gear. And the waitresses are like, yes, we're trying to be super kind, but we've been here forever.
Can you go home? Yeah.
No, but you understand. We have this amazing gear that we're talking about.
We're talking about guitar picks.
And we're
Exactly.
screaming at each other because it's loud, right?
Yeah, and you're
Right.
hurting. And for the singers, we're trying to speak, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, stop screaming! I can hear that you're hurting
Oh,
yourself."
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, "But I want to talk to you."
Right.
Yeah.
But we're also screaming because it's loud.
Right.
And what's cool is, the thing that I noticed is that you talk about gear to another musician that you've never met before, you're fast friends.
It's an instant connection.
And there's like this instant connection of a billion things to talk about. And it's like I've talked to so many people that I've never met before, even on the phone, about having them come on the show.
It's amazing since we started doing this, the people that message him to talk about his gear or asking him questions. And he's constantly busy.
All the time. And it's crazy. And it's so nice to be able to have that connection with people. And you never really run out of things to talk about, you know, and it's great. And the stuff that I've learned from them, and hopefully they've learned some things from me as well. And I just think that you're rubbing paint all day. You know what I mean? You're trading paint, and it's just, it's like, oh, I'm a little green now, and you're a little bit red, and you know what I mean?
And you learn something new.
Yeah.
I mean, you learn, and I mean, obviously, it's different for singers. We don't have gear per se, but
you have microphones.
We have microphones.
In-ears and microphones, but really, you trade, like, secrets.
Tips
and secrets about, oh my God, what's that makeup? Oh my God, my voice sucks today. How do you, like, get past the crappiness of my voice today? Like, and that's what I find more valuable is like, oh, girl, get this tea.
Right.
Like, like, you need this, honey.
The throat coat.
Yep.
Throat coat tea.
Throat coat tea.
Yeah.
There
Slippery elm? Do you slippery elm?
Yeah.
No.
Slippery elm.
That's
It's
gonna
in the
change your
throat
life,
coat.
girl.
No.
It's in the throat coat.
Oh,
tea.
it's in it.
It's
okay.
in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so, like, I'm glad just because, you know, we have our little bits of gear here and there, but, you know, it's cool just be able to talk to people and connect on a musical, not even musical level, but like an
performance
artist.
level.
Yeah, performance level for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of it too is even with you find that with studio experiences and performance experiences, we all have our own insecurities, and we're always wondering. I know, speaking for myself, I'm always wondering if I'm the only person that struggles with this, you know, or I'll bet so-and-so never has this happen to them. And then when you finally talk to them, and if they're a decent, kind person that shares a little bit of their vulnerability with you, suddenly you can start feeling a little better about yourself. It's like, oh, not only do I, you know, you don't really feel like you don't suck anymore, but you're just glad that you suck along with somebody else.
Yes, agreed.
We're both in the principal office, you know.
I remember when we were recording Rain album, a singer, a vocalist that was in town visiting because we were doing that little Chicago tour, that little 3-tour date. Yeah. He had told me he eats greasy chips when he's in the studio recording, when his vocal cords get tired.
And it's warm, and the potato, for some reason, and salt combination really helps me out.
Yeah, you said I bag of chips in there.
Potato chips
Lay's greasy chips.
For the sake of anything.
All day.
Potato chips all day.
My voice needs it.
My voice needs those potato chips, girl. I'm down.
Just what you needed, more encouragement.
Chocolate milk works really good for singers.
Oh, yeah. Gurgle, gurgle.
In beer.
And beer.
Beer.
Chocolate flavored beer.
Gross.
Oh, that sounds really terrible.
Yeah, it does. Kind of does.
I wonder if I can share this now. I had to restart my phone.
Yes, you probably can because people are tuning in. It does exist.
They couldn't even find you. I typed in
why.
your name and it was
It's sort
completely
of like,
gone.
you know, an Easter egg hunt. You know, we're going to be here, we're going to be here. Oh, only the cool people know where we is.
Yeah.
That's right.
So guys, tell me a little bit more about the other topics that may be on Tone Wars in the future. And I know you guys do certain little, I don't even know what to call them. Like you have, you know, Can Your Amp Do This as one of the titles of Tone Wars.
Yeah,
tell me more about
that.
what.
Okay, well,
are.
Can Your Amp Do This is like a little mini-series offshoot kind of thing
That's
that I'm
what
doing.
I was looking for. Thank you.
Yes. So it's a spin-off-y kind of thing. And what I like about it is that it's not really, it's a tongue-in-cheek title, you know. But what I like about it is that I meet people all the time that are like, yeah, but my amp is, you know, tubes and I got this and that. And it's like, well, great. Have fun carrying all those things around, you know.
Exactly.
You know, and what I
Glass
like
light
to do,
bulbs in your-
well, I got a whole store with me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
So it's like every time I perform, I am in the studio or just practicing at home, there's so much that I can do with my, you know, with the Helix is that, you know, I can be like, man, it'd be really cool to have like a phaser for the solo or whatever, and I don't have to go to the store and buy one. I just turn a knob,
Yeah.
and there it is. And here's the thing too. I mean, I get the fact that quantity over quality, blah, blah, blah. But in this day and age with the modeling that they have going on, you're not sacrificing anything to get what you want now out of a product. You know, you don't have to go to a store and buy a boutique pedal to get it to sound good. I mean, you just turn a knob and all that stuff is in there and it sounds amazing. And the last time we went to the studio and did the amp modeling and stuff, I mean, you couldn't tell. People were like guessing, and they were like, they thought they couldn't tell.
Yeah.
They were guessing the Helix was this and that was a Helix, and they were all wrong except for
several
one dude.
days, right?
Yeah, it took several days for people to figure it out.
That's
That's
awesome.
a real
So-
that's a real thing. I'm glad that it's coming around a little bit more. But what people don't realize is that your best sounding amp is still coming through a microphone.
Exactly.
So I mean, I'll play, and I was hated on for somebody because I play through an old X3.
Oh,
line.
boy.
Line 6 X3. Thank you very much.
That is
Line
old.
6, please endorse me.
Wow.
But yeah, so there and my sound was not the best sound, but it was so consistent that when I would play on a stage, and as the bigger the stage was, my sound was still the way that it was in my head, and just with a little bit of tuning, with a little bit of adjustment, it was. I mean, I win. You know, my stuff goes right up to the front because it's not being interfered with by all these other things, and I can carry it off of the stage
in a second.
Yourself.
so that I can go
Yeah,
and talk
exactly.
to all of the Rain fans who come to any of our concerts.
Yeah, it's nice. And the thing is, too, is with all that is not only is it more convenient and everything, but I like what you said about it's still getting picked up from a mic. So it's getting picked up by a microphone and running through a digital soundboard and reprocessed and thrown out to the crowd anyway. So if you have a digital platform like the Helix or XFX or whatever, anyways, what's the difference? Because no one's really going to hear your raw tone because your raw tone is either faced as a side wash or it could be on stage facing the audience, which is every sound guy's nightmare, because now you're competing with an amp, you know. So either way, I mean, I just feel that, like I said, I'm allowed to be more creative. I have a huge color wheel anytime I'm doing anything now, so I'm like the happy little trees guy, you know. But I have
Bob Ross.
all
Bob Ross.
these, I'm Bob Ross, and I got my little squirrel, you know.
And we're going to go through a plexi today. Our clean tone is going to be just a smooth little Fender.
Exactly.
Fender Twin. There's a little happy Fender Twin.
Exactly. So, you know, and I can actually have, you know, I can have for my distortion, I can have an Archon, I can have an EAVH, or I can just go to any other amp what I want for a clean tone. So I can do anything I want with a pedal board. So that's why I do it.
One of the things, too, that's not to... I mean, I know we're totally geeking out on gear here.
That's
but I
it's
use
Tone
my
Wars.
pedal,
Literally the point.
Right.
for vocals as well. So that's why I was locked into the X3 for so long, because all of my effects vocally are through that pedal.
And the same thing with the
And the
Helix.
same thing,
Yeah, you can do all that through there. You know,
Geeking
because
out.
not everybody has a Kevin
Yeah, there's
Wesley
a vocal
Williams for a
output on
sound
it.
guy.
I know. I mean, there's only one Kevin Wesley Williams.
Gotta have a Kevin.
Yeah, you got to have a Kevin.
Throwback.
And I will say, the first time I heard you guys play, Kevin had you guys sounding amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it was really good. I was very, very pleased with the sound. I enjoyed you guys' set very
Thank
much.
you.
And we're very jealous too.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, we were.
It took a lot.
Boy,
of
in the
hard
middle of the
work.
songs when you hit the notes and he's makes it launch and spin. And
Yep,
it's
he does
wonderful.
all the stuff.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Phil?
It just took a lot of work. I mean, look, we have to carry this
All
entire
of
rack
that.
here
Yeah.
to it
Diesel,
every
right?
day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beast rack.
And then, you know, there was months and months of like shaping our own sound, you
Yeah.
know, which took again months and months.
I mean, it's still.
yeah, up to this day we're
Well,
still
it's
working
forever.
Always.
It's
Are you
forever
ever?
evolving.
Yeah, you don't ever want to
Thousands
arrive.
of dollars
forever.
and months and months.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now Johnny has a Helix, so it's never going to sound the same.
Ah.
He has a heel.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, apparently this is the spaceship part of the
thanks.
song.
So I think it's time for our first song. We have some Rain music preloaded here.
Yeah.
And when we come back from this song, we are going to have our first ever beer tasting, which I'm super excited about. This first song I'm going to play for you guys guys via playback is called The Quest. Can anybody get these pieces of music anywhere online?
This particular one we just recorded, so this will be a first for everyone to hear, and we haven't released it yet, but I will be releasing it very soon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So for the first time
Ever and ever and
Another
ever.
first.
This is it.
for the first time
An
ever,
exclusive.
Yep.
we're going to hear...
The
Well, but yes,
Quest.
before you go, while
bye.
that music is playing, take the time to ask us some questions. on
Absolutely.
the
Yes,
line.
please.
We will be looking at the screen and answering your questions.
Absolutely.
And as you were, what
And
were you
this,
gonna
for the
say?
very first time ever, reigns The Quest.
Blazing up the charts. And we're back.
I was just about to say
And we have the secret formula.
And we have beer.
Yes, we do.
And this is, can I say, some really classy looking beer. I mean, if you look at, I don't know if you can see those, but if you zoom in on some of those, on the cans.
On the
zoom in
cans.
on the cans.
Zoom in on those cans.
Some
Zoom in
very
on my
lovely
cans.
cans over there. Amazing.
They are. So this is, I can't read the cans. I thought.
That's all right.
Parker's
Well-
Hilltop Brewery.
Yep.
I can read. Kind of.
Yep. We brought 2 kinds.
Yes,
Right?
we brought Mr. Hockey, which is the red, and then we brought Pirates Porter, which is the dark.
And I've
the
tried both.
stout.
And I love them both.
Yeah, they're very good.
Pirates Porter has a very nice coffee.
Yes, nice
Finish.
It does. And
Yes.
so this place is in Clarkston.
Yes.
We accidentally talked about this on the break. We should have not done any of that. I know all
help
the
ourselves.
answers. So you guys go there often? You guys, you hang?
Yep.
Yep. I think
Love that place.
this is a good segue into the next segment of Tone Wars, into another
Absolutely.
mini series that we've been doing. When we go out and play shows, this is kind of where this segment came from. A lot of times you're at a venue for 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, definitely.
And a lot of times they don't serve food,
Nope.
only
or
drinks.
It's really bad
or
food.
it's really bad, greasy food, right?
The worst food.
And we just figured that we're out. Why not have an experience while we're out? And so anytime we go to a new place, we try to find a place we've never been to eat. You know,
That's
something
nice.
local and off the beaten path. We try to stay away from the chain restaurants. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but we just want to experience something new.
Yeah.
You know,
Specific to the area.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
I love food. Jared loves
so
food.
do I.
Right?
I love food a lot. So
So now we have all of these haunts that we go to when we go to
Yeah.
the Token Lounge. There's a Thai restaurant that we love. Also at the Token Lounge is Krusty's Pizza. And I know pizza's
Oh,
not
their
necessarily
pizza.
gourmet, but Lord,
that's
that
the
stuff
best
is
pizza.
good. Lord.
There was such a thing, girl.
Good Lord, girl, that pizza is
Right.
good.
And when we play at the machine shop, there's a place downtown Flint called Table and Tap
Yes.
that has some great red meat.
Oh yeah, the brisket. Yeah, they got some awesome dead stuff there. It's amazing. Yeah, the what was it? The brisket is what I always get, and it's just
Smoked. They have a
yeah.
smoked platter,
It's
and
so
it's
good.
so
This
delicious.
is the worst thing to talk about, like just after.
You know, it always comes around to food.
We always talk about food here.
If you want to sponsor a podcast, I mean, for real,
Bring
you
us
serve
food.
and you serve food,
Yeah.
we are your podcast.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Well, that's why we
I
do
love
that
that
on
stuff.
Tone Wars. You know, we like to go to the restaurants and show people this stuff because, you know, the thing is, I think a lot of people don't really realize. I mean, you pass by these restaurants every day sometimes, and you don't realize what the Harry Potter tent inside is going to be when you walk in. I mean,
Right.
it's like, I never knew this was here. It's like, well, you never stopped.
Right.
You know, and what we're trying to do is kind of let people know about this, you know, and just say, just go in and try this place because the food at some of these places is insane. And what is that scrumpies that they serve there?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
It's it's
it's
a
good.
apple beer.
Yeah,
Apple
beer.
cider.
it's
yeah.
the best
cider.
cider
And
on the
it's
planet.
made in Flushing. There's and it's it's the manliest apple beer, apple cider ever. It's thick,
Manly
it's
apple
chunky,
yeah,
it's
it's good.
You're
It's-
the
filling.
second. Listen, I just was so criticized. Was it on the last podcast? It might have been. I was criticized really harshly for describing beer as chunky,
no, it was.
and I'm so glad that you're like the only other person who's just done it.
Chunky is good.
And somebody looked at me and
I
said, I don't
mean-
want my beer to be chunky. I was like, no, it's like full bodied.
Yeah,
Which
it's very
also can mean
robust.
chunky literally. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what it means.
Yeah, I mean, robust, I think, is a
Yes.
friendly
Robust.
Yeah,
I know.
It's a more refined
I'm
way.
so
word.
glad that you
Very
said that.
obese, a very obese beer.
It just made me so happy when you said chunky. for that.
His last
I
name is
also-
Clump.
But it's like my favorite thing when you're at a gig and you just like Yelp the closest place, and then
Yeah.
it ends up being the most amazing place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or you just walk down the street. Like we were at, where were we at? Phil, I don't remember if you were there at eating or if you stayed at the gig. It was in Ipsy. It was the Maidstone, the diner right next door.
Oh, yeah,
is
yeah,
Soul
yeah.
Food.
Oh yeah.
And they had
So-
cornbread, and it made me so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Nice.
and you guys just shot a music video there.
Yep.
So you, I
Yep.
don't know if you know that diner right next door, but
Is it was it like the
is it
Star?
across the street?
nope, same side of the street.
Oh.
You just walk across the
Oh
side street.
no, we never
Okay,
went
maybe
to that.
that's the one that we had the pizza.
yeah. They had
so
the. Yep,
good.
I know
It's
what
like-
you're talking
it's
Somebody
about.
can
soul
chime in
food.
and
It's
just
like-
give us a clue. because that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was fantastic, and
Gotta
it
look
was
that up
such.
there,
It was such a
Sexy
surprise. You walk in expecting crap diner food, and then it was like this massive menu of all real soul food.
I got
crazy.
catfish.
So
fried
did
catfish.
I. We had the same dinner.
And this shit was the bomb.
It was the
what
bomb.
What was the name of that place?
I
We
don't
need you to
know.
I'm
sponsor
looking it
us.
up. I'm looking it up.
I
Sexy
know.
Phil
Oh,
is
good
checking
job.
out right
Yeah.
now.
Yep,
The
it's
power
right.
of the
It's right
internet.
next to the Maidstone. And then when we played Orchid in May, we walked down the street and went to Zeke's Barbecue.
And I got
love
a
that
pulled
place.
pork sandwich with no sauce on it.
Oh, you're right.
No sauce?
It
That
was
was
horrible.
unfortunate.
It was horrible.
Wait a
I
minute.
It
didn't
was
even think
horrible.
It's because we brought food back to you.
It
We
was
didn't even
horrible.
think about it.
They
It's
didn't
one of the
even
places.
think to give sauce
Okay.
with it.
It's because it's one of the places where all the sauces are on the table.
Oh.
And we ordered carry out for Kev, and probably I feel you didn't come with us, did you?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Must have been a great
It was
night.
the best raw.
He was
taco
drinking
I've
his
ever
dinner
had.
that
It was a
night.
depressing day. It was the day Chris Cornell died, so it
Oh.
was everybody was like in
Yeah.
super depression mode.
I was so
depression.
hungry, I just got drunk instead.
Nobody got
Pretty
sauce on
much.
that bowl.
It was just a rough day.
So that place next door to the Maidstone,
Yeah.
Ooh, what is it?
Cuppies.
Cuppies. The
Ah.
Thank you.
Good man.
Thank
Sexy
you.
Phil.
We'll have to try
on
that
the
next
ball
time we go
using
out
it.
there.
Yes, next time you're over in Ipsy and
Cuppies.
and Cuppies.
Yeah. See, that's why we do this. That's why
Exactly.
Yes.
because it's all these little haunts that people just like I said, they drive by them every day or every week,
Yep.
and I love what she came up with. She was always like the tour guide. Every time we would go out and do a show, she would be like, "Well, there's like all these great restaurants near here. Let's all go out to eat." So we would try these places out, and she's got really good taste in food and drink and
thanks.
stuff. So, well, yeah. So I learned to trust her, and what's nice too is like when to the place where
What you talking about?
the place.
The breweries?
Yeah, no, the place that we both played at that one time.
Oh,
We
in
had-
Ferndale. At
Ferndale.
Loving Touch.
Oh, throw it.
yeah.
touch.
That one time we
Throw a
released the
dart.
CD.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Throw a dart in Ferndale. I mean, One-Eyed Betty's. Oh my God.
Public
Dude.
House.
Yeah.
Public House.
I've never been there.
Oh, girl.
Actually. Oh, girl.
That's some X-rated food there.
Oh, girl. Okay.
LNG.
They have
Okay.
some Asian
Don't you girl
ribs
me?
that are to die for.
my God.
You don't. It's not a nice, clean, proper side. When you eat, they give you scissors to cut them with.
Yeah.
It's literally like that's
Yeah.
how you have to do it.
Yeah,
You
you
come
get
out
escorted out
covered.
after eating there. I mean, they're
Pretty
like,
much.
you gotta go.
Anywhere in Ferndale, I'm down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
it's crazy.
They put
Imperial.
They put wet wipes and dental floss on the table.
No, there's a car wash on your way out. You gotta walk through.
Forget the wet wipes.
Yeah.
They hose you down.
I don't even mind
So
messy food.
has
though,
this
it's good.
become the food wars?
Yes.
Because
It absolutely
beer.
has.
But
Yes.
I guess that's kind of what we like to do, though, is we like to have like an all-encompassing,
Experience.
yeah, for a show. So like when people are done watching an episode, they actually what they get out of it is they get a lot. They get like a cultural experience. They get they learn something new about gear, and they not only learn about it like on a visual aspect, but they actually get to hear what it does as well, and they get other opinions about it, and they get to watch it as often as they want. And what's crazy is we really noticed that. The last episode we released is over like 2,000 views in a couple
awesome.
days,
Yeah.
and we don't even sponsor them.
Unsponsored right
No,
now.
It's
yeah,
like
because
nuts.
they're great episodes, and we're all sharing them.
Thank you.
And
Thank
like,
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I mean,
thank you.
every single time you put up an episode, and I've told you this before, Jared, like your videos are just funny. They're innately funny,
Thank you.
just because you're strange, like the rest of us.
I think we should ask him to pull out the character. You want to pull out
You're like, come to our show,
Rick? Can you
Like, it's
pull
just
Rick
funny.
out?
Oh, that guy.
That guy's funny.
Pull them out.
Come to my show.
Yeah, that guy's funny.
Oh,
I
Rick.
enjoy those. He has a name.
No, that's
That makes it better.
Rick's the guy with the shotgun that like threatens everybody.
Threaten the teddy bear.
The teddy bear. Myers. That guy.
That's special.
Yeah.
That is special.
Aaron probably has some characters
I
trapped
don't
inside
know
there.
He's
what
got
you're
a
talking about.
1,000.
Oh, yes. I don't even know that Aaron GTV is a real person. They're
Right.
just characters.
It's
Yeah.
just a bunch of characters.
Yeah,
It's
do you
just
even
the
know
one
who
that I
you
play
are?
most of the time.
I need to hear King
He
Julian
says his
again,
name is
though.
Aaron G.
There are some times where this one is the one that everybody loves to. When you're telling a story and you are saying, stop doing what you're doing. You have to do it a different way. It's always good to hear it with a happy voice.
Oh, when somebody's going to tell you a story a long time ago in a faraway land.
I've started something.
Yep.
Be there.
It never ends.
Sorry.
And I was like trying to make a segue, and now he's going on a
Well,
tangent.
I mean, you know, it's people. I mean, there are a lot of people that thought that I was a Brit for a really long time, and it's really weird when you're in the middle of the story, you're telling somebody something in an accent, and you look up and the waitress is there. And it's like, oh, drat! Now they're going to be a Brit this entire time. Otherwise, they're like, oh no, I'm sorry. No, I'm not really British. I'm just a weirdo. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, but I get paid for it, so
it's okay.
It's okay then.
It's all good.
Back to the beer.
Yeah.
Well, Jared needs. I always need more beer.
Yes.
I don't know how much beer there is, but
Oh, there's
always,
plenty.
There's plenty.
Good.
It's like
So my
4
point
more
with that is, so we have a big thing we need to talk about. It's the Midwest Gear Fest, which is hard to say. It rhymes, and I want to touch on it
Midwest
very
Gear
quickly,
Fest.
and then I want to hear another song because you guys rock, and then you guys have a big announcement after the song. So please, real quickly before we hit it, can we talk a little bit about Midwest Gear Fest without giving the big announcement away?
It's kind of like is the big announcement
It
in
is
a way.
the big announcement.
Okay, well maybe that's
Yeah.
the teaser then. You have to stick around.
Yes.
So we
Right.
have another
Right.
song coming up.
Yes.
And it is called The Quickening. Is this one available anywhere for them?
Yes.
Is. Yep.
Yep.
It's
They can get
available.
it at all the places.
All
All
of
of
the
the
online
places.
places.
Yep.
If you
Anywhere.
ever come to a Rain show, I'm sure it's probably on a CD or something
Not
like
on
that.
a CD.
Not
on
It's
a
all
CD yet.
digital.
No.
Yep.
Oh,
We've
okay.
just been releasing series of singles.
Yep.
There you
Right.
go.
Don't blame
That's
you for
right.
that.
Use
That's
that technology, girl.
Yes, use that technology, girl. So this one is
That's what
called
we
The
does.
Quickening. You can find it under Rain. If you're watching right now, you can see the logo. It's spelled REIGN. I know. Carrie's like,
Every time.
Spell it REIGN. Yeah, and that's what you're going to want to search. It is called The Quickening. And then we'll be back with a big ass announcement.
back. Whoa, that was oh my goodness. That was you up there on the rafters. What was the name of that song again?
That was called The Quickening, and you can find that everywhere online under Rain Music. Is it Rain Music?
Just Rain.
Oh, Just Rain.
Just
REIGN, as the logo said while we were watching and listening to
Everywhere
that awesome
that
song.
digital music is sold.
Yes.
We just finished shooting a music video for that too.
Yes, we did.
At said
the
Maidstone.
Maidstone.
Yeah, where you can find, there's an EBX hat behind the bar somewhere.
Yeah.
One of my friends was there recently and she snapped it to me. I was like, yeah. She's like, is that yours? I was like, yes.
Were you there?
Were you there? Yes. we
Isn't
were.
that the coolest feeling in the world? Randomly showing up to a place and seeing someone with your merch.
Actually, yes.
It's like,
Is that not the coolest shit?
Yeah.
Like,
is
I
cool.
actually really enjoy that.
Pretty soon we'll have some Tone Wars merch. We
Hey.
just
Go.
ordered it over the
Tone
weekend.
Wars.
Yes.
Just ordered it.
Yep.
That's
Tone
right.
Wars
Is it the flame
t-shirts.
logo?
Mhm.
Yes.
We're getting some
Even
shirts.
Phil.
Get some shirts.
Flames make everything better.
Yes.
I mean, they can even wear Tone Wars
fun.
t-shirts on stage. For
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
We're
a
allowed
huge
to have
fan
logos?
of. I'm not.
See?
Listen, that's one of
Yeah.
my rules. I dislike logos on stage because
Yeah.
it's like free promotion.
Mhm.
And Dylan gets away with that shit. He's allowed to wear cool band shirts behind the
I
drums.
think Johnny actually
It's
wore
like, well, it's
a
Metallica,
rain
though,
shirt.
so
He has
Van
worn a rain
Halen.
shirt, and in local stuff makes sense. Like
Yeah.
a rain shirt would make sense. And on the
Yeah.
Soundgarden day, they wore Soundgarden shirts. Like,
Yeah,
but
when
other
it's
than that, like
appropriate.
logos kind of just like put me off.
I mean,
Yeah.
unless
But, like,
Fubu was
Tone
gonna be
Wars
playing
t-shirts.
paying
Well, and we
EBX
wanted to put it
deals.
out there too that if
Yeah.
you want Tone Wars to come to your show,
Yes.
we would be happy to and
Yep.
set up a merch table
Yeah.
and we'll talk to you and interview you before, after, during, whatever, and
really
we can
cool.
put it out live and yeah.
We want to, exactly, and we want to make the shirts cool enough where people would wear them.
Yes.
So it's not just like, oh, here's a shirt with my crappy logo on it. We spend a
know.
lot of money and a lot
That's
of
good.
time on the logo, making sure that it actually looks good. The symbols, the logos,
We
everything.
used our good friend Nikki Vassallo. She did our rain logo as well.
All right.
She's
Top
awesome.
notch.
Nikki.
Yeah.
Yep, she's awesome. I can't believe how professional everything looks with her. There's edge with a touch of class. You know
That's
what I mean?
exactly what I was going for with my logo too.
And you attained
Yeah.
it.
And
You
I feel
attained
like
it.
our logos are sort of similar in that way.
Very nice.
Like it's
Yes,
it's
very
edgy but
classy.
also elegant.
Yeah.
I was going for with my new hairdo.
I say that about Kevin's haircut. It's edgy
I-
but elegant.
Yeah, that is exactly right. I wish there was a better segue. I was trying to make a segue.
Speaking
from
of
that.
elegant
Speaking of
hair.
elegant hair, the Midwest Gear Fest
Yes.
is coming around,
Yes.
and I hear that you guys have to talk about it because there's something big that we would like to
Something
talk about.
extra
Right.
special.
Everybody.
Where's the helium?
Drink it up.
Well, basically, what we did was we decided to have a Midwest Gear Fest where all of us can get together. You know, because there's so many people that message me and want to be on the show and want to be part of it.
And we will get you there.
Yeah, and
We
we
will
will
get
get
you
you
there.
there. Yes, we want everyone to be on there because I think it's fantastic. Every time I have somebody on, I learn something. So it's great, and I enjoy
Even
their
if
company.
it's just that we don't want them to come back.
Same.
But we haven't.
It's funny because that's not true.
But we haven't had that yet. But as I take another sip,
Yeah. What he's trying to say is
no, it's fun. But the thing is about the Tone Wars Midwest Gear Fest is that I wanted everybody to be able to come together and come to a place where we hand selected the gear. It's all top of the line stuff. It's not stuff that you see every day. Like we got Misha Mansour's new amp.
Well,
He-
dude,
that's
we
gonna
haven't
be
even
there.
said what it is. This is like we're holding a convention. It's like
Yes.
a mini NOM right in Waterford, Michigan on
Yep.
October 8th from 12 noon until 8 p.m. It's going to be open house style. There's going to be vendors, local vendors. We're also going to have national vendors there that we're really
amazing.
super duper pooper excited about.
Yep.
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 Go ahead. You
I
want
think
to?
that's key because a lot of people don't realize like some of the vendors that are right here in Michigan.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
and
Yeah,
like
that are based here.
yeah, and they're putting out really high end quality
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, you see their gear all over the place.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, where are they based? And I think
Yeah.
a lot of people would be able to support or would be into supporting local
if they knew.
Yeah, if they
For
knew
sure.
it was there.
Yeah.
Well, like ISP Technologies, they're going to be there. They make the Theta Pro. They make the decimator pedal that every guitar player uses.
Yeah.
And their PA systems are ridiculous. I mean, they're very, very good. Oh yeah, yeah. They, in fact, that's the one that was at Toby Keith. That was from ISP Technologies.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they have a pro audio segment.
And surprise, surprise, who else is going to be there?
Surprise, surprise. There's going to be
No,
Line
it's-
6.
Whoa.
I actually talked to...
Because we haven't mentioned the Helix at all.
No, not at all. So I talked to Nick Schilling over at Line 6, and I actually called, and I left a voicemail on their general voicemail. And the whole time I'm leaving the voicemail, I'm literally rolling my eyes like, no one's going
You're
to call.
that guy.
I'm here with this. You know, so... And it was weird, because like the next day, hey, I'm Nick Schilling from Line 6.
That's amazing.
And he's the senior marketing executive there, and he's like, hey, I want to talk to you about your Tone Wars event. It sounds really exciting. It's something like we want to be part of. So I've been talking to him. We've been emailing back and forth, and they're coming, and they're going to do a class called Tone Made Pro. So
Very cool.
what that is, and I paid extra for the event. I rented an extra room,
A little
conference
room for a
room,
panel.
so that they can go in there and show what they do is they break down anybody's tone. Like if you want to sound like Eddie Van Halen, if you want to sound like John Petrucci, you want to sound like, anybody, they'll actually break the tone down and show you how they achieve that tone, and then they'll show you how you can achieve it in the Helix.
I think that is probably the most key, because we talked about this online for a little bit, and a lot of the reasons that people shied away from the earlier amp modelers and stuff like that is because it's a technical thing. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
They don't know how
Like
to
you don't
use it.
understand that stuff. And
Yep.
people feel like, well, I know how an amp works, and if I go and I move these knobs, I know that that's going to be the case.
Yeah.
But if you're not used to working in the digital world, it can be.
It's overwhelming.
Definitely.
can
It's like
be.
when people try to go from a flip phone to a smartphone.
Yeah.
But what I try to tell people though, it's like, look, there's nothing in nature that prepares us for dealing with computers. There aren't
Right.
deer out there naturally messing on computers and switching around amplifiers. So it's a little bit of a learning curve.
Yeah.
But if you go to something like this, and these resources are made available to us automatically,
Yep.
it's a lot different than you can go YouTube this stuff and find it out, but it's
Yeah.
a lot different when the questions that you want answered are going to be answered there by the pros.
By the
actual
pros.
designers.
Right.
And they're actually having a product specialist there that gives the demonstration. And I talked to him also. I said, why don't we do a Build-A-Bear in there, and we call it Build-A-Tone.
Yeah.
But you can go in there and in between classes, because I'm going to have probably at least 2, maybe 3, depending on what's going on. But it'll be a nominal fee for the class. It won't be a lot of money at all. It'll be worth it big time. So in between the classes, what you can do is you can go up to the product specialist and say, all right, well, I like this kind of tone, or I play through with this or that. How would I make that work if I switch to this product? And they'll actually show you how to do it, right there. And we'll have speakers in there, have it hooked up to speakers, so you can, and I'll say this too for all you guys listening and watching. Bring your instrument.
Yes.
Bring your guitar. Bring your bass, because the Helix and these other products that we're going to be having there, we're going to have stuff for bass and a guitar.
Well,
and
part of the way that we're advertising it is a petting zoo for musicians.
Yeah.
So bring your animal.
Yep.
So you can use
Yeah.
the.
I was
Yeah.
going to ask you about
participate.
that.
Yeah.
I was going to, because I
Yep.
saw that in the notes. I was like, a petting zoo?
Yeah,
That's
try it
perfect,
out.
though.
Exactly.
It's like the perfect metaphor.
Yeah, exactly.
I have my llama with me today.
Watch out, it spits. But that's basically what it is that you can bring your guitar in and plug into top-of-the-line gear.
That's cool.
Because the thing is a lot of times when we go to music stores, and I definitely don't want to disparage any music stores out there, but we've all done it. We've gone into the music store and tried to plug into an amp or this or that, and
You
the
can't
guitar.
tell.
Yeah, well,
You can't tell.
and it's not hooked up right, and the guitar that you're using has rusty, beat up strings on it, and
Yeah.
it's not, and you're like, well, I think I know if I want this or not, but when you can actually experience the products with your guitar, and these are all filtered through us. So we're not going to waste people's time with junk like, oh, let's have, Bob's amp in here.
Yeah.
They're all going to be top of the lines, well sought after amps. We got John Petrucci's amp. We have the Archon, the PRS Archon. we're going to have the EVH Stealth.
Oh.
Yeah, Misha Mansour's new amp. And you know what was cool? And let me give a shout out to Marty over at Motor City Guitar.
Who is also a sponsor.
Who was also a sponsor and an awesome guy. Bought a lot of stuff there, and he's always been fantastic. And the thing that's nice about it is he said, you can have whatever you want for your event. Just come in and pick it up.
Oh, my gosh.
And I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Right.
You know, so we're going to have pedals, we're going to have amps, we're going to have all kinds of great stuff. And on top of that, we're going to have all these guys.
You know what's really cool? Blast Beats Beard Butter.
Yeah, he
is
signed
going to
on
also
first.
be a vendor.
Say that 8 times.
Yeah,
Blast Beats Beard Butter, but we're doing something super cool this Saturday with him. We're gonna concoct our own versions of like the fragrances. They're gonna be beard butter, beard oils for men, and then we're gonna have, what do we call it? Hair spirits.
Hair spirits
for women.
Oh.
Yeah, and we get to do our own
Tone Wars versions of it. We already talked about the names and the scents that we wanted to go with.
We get to do this on Saturday.
Yeah.
Like
So cool.
we're gonna
It's
get
all
all
gonna be private
sciencey
label.
and put our private
so if you
label.
see an
That's
explosion, it's something went wrong. But a peppermint explosion in Clarkston, Michigan.
We need Bill Nye in the house for this. I think.
Exactly.
Your beard is chrome. How did that even happen? My goodness.
That would be a cool name. I am Chrome Beard.
Chrome beard.
Taser face.
But it's going to be great because I love beard oil, so I use it a lot, and I thought it would be cool to have that part of what we do here. So we actually have some good scents that we're working on. So
That's right, and I got jealous because his beard always smelled so nice, and then I
like-
started putting the oils in my hair,
Yeah.
just not for health reasons,
Just to smell.
just to smell it. Yeah, and instead of having a flowery, fake kind
They're
of a
all
scent.
perfumey.
Yeah, I don't
they're
like
all real
that.
natural, like cinnamon and
Cinnamon, vanilla.
Yeah, it's going to be some good
coconut.
stuff.
Right.
You know, so we're working with him on that, and then we're also Greg
some-
Gannick. This is another reason to why you want to bring your instrument to this event
Which
because
is on October 8th.
October 8th.
exactly in
I'm
Waterford.
saying that so I remember too.
Exactly. But you want to bring your instrument because Greg Gannick is actually the guy that takes care of my guitars, and he's fantastic. He's very good at what he does. I've learned a ton from the guy, and he takes very good care of your instrument when you leave it with him. So when you bring, it's almost like daycare for your instrument. So when you show up to the event, you can drop your guitar or bass off to him, and he'll set it up and take care of issues or whatever for you, and then you can pick it up, pay him a nominal fee, and then collect your instrument, and then you can plug it into all the awesome gear at the event and try it out, and you can get to know Greg.
That's so
I mean, we
cool.
thought that would be a great addition to it. So wouldn't it be nice to drop your kids off somewhere, go have fun, and come back and they're better than when you left them?
Right.
I adjusted your kid. He no longer has an attitude.
Right?
Doesn't speak the
It's like a
lisp
doggy
anymore.
daycare. Yeah, it's a doggy day for care for your
He knows
children.
trigonometry.
I feel like EBX is going to have to take a group trip out to
Yeah.
We
Vegas
would love to
because-
have
Oh,
you.
definitely.
And
Yeah.
I'm so
I'm gonna be
excited that
there.
it's on a Sunday,
Yeah.
which is smart
On
because you can't
purpose.
lock
Did
out
that.
all the musicians.
Question.
Yes.
Isn't there performances at that?
Yes, there are going
That's
to
on
be
my list of
performances.
questions to ask.
Yes, so that was the next thing I was going to get
I'm
to.
sorry.
It's
I went
okay.
off script.
No, it's okay. You
No,
have a
it's
script.
all good.
Okay.
So-
We were going to mention the sound shop.
Yeah.
Also going to
Sound
be there, but we
shop?
can
Oh,
move
that's a
on.
good
Yeah, there could be a sound shop booth.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. wink.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a sound
Sorry.
shop booth.
Yep, there's going to be a sound shop booth. So,
I know
That's
that
really
Questionable Audio was going to make an appearance as well.
Sweet.
yes,
nicely
that's
done.
right. We talked about that.
And we still have a limited number of spots left. We're looking for more vendors, anything related to music. I mean, we're having Blast Beats Beard Butter there, so tattoo shops, any kind of, musician, music related.
Vape juice.
Right.
Vape
Whatever you
juice,
want.
yep.
Anything could be musician, like you just said, vape juice.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
Seriously.
anything
Yep.
is musician related.
Yep.
Right.
Pretty much.
It's,
I mean, musicians also eat food.
I was just about to say that.
They eat
Can we
food.
have a sushi booth?
You said the magic word.
I would love to have a sushi chef guy
Sushi
there.
booth.
You had to
I
bring
think we
home,
just became friends.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Probably
That would
can't
be
have
cool.
alcohol there because it's probably a liquor issue. But did you
I
guys
mean-
say
We
the
are
actual?
going to have,
Well,
they're
will be?
taken care of. We hired a
There you
company,
go.
so we'll be having beer from Hilltops,
Right.
Parker's
Yes,
Hilltop.
I knew this much, but yeah,
Yep.
I didn't know if there was any else.
They
anything
hired
else.
a company. company.
They
Yes.
they have a guy.
We have bartending service that are going to be
There's
there.
guys
That's
for
so
everything.
badass.
Trust
Yep.
me.
And girls.
And we have food too. We're going to be serving food from Hilltop as well.
Oh, gotcha.
That's where that's our go-to, and we're still working out a second option if that doesn't work out. But everything's going to be sushi.
I'm with you. I sign me up.
Pardon me.
We're going to be sushiing some food there. Yeah, we're going to definitely be serving food so that because the last thing we want is for people to leave because they're hungry.
Yep.
So we want people to enjoy top of the line beer. And we all agree that this was really freaking good beer.
Yes,
I mean,
so
it was
good.
Local.
stupid
Local
good.
brewery.
Hilltop on a hilltop.
It is.
Yeah, it is. That's
Is
what
it?
they called it.
Yes.
Hilltop is actually on a hilltop.
I often have to run
live
up
up to the
that
name.
hilltop from my gym class. That
terrible.
is at the bottom of the hill.
How terrible if it were a cave or something.
It's in the valley. It's called Hilltop, but
They
it's in
want
the
you to
valley.
run up the hill so that you burn off calories before you sit there and slam beer.
So you're
right.
hungry
Exactly.
and you're thirsty.
Yeah.
That's smart.
So we're definitely going to have that there. And
Finish up the vendors.
okay, so as far as the rest of the vendors go, as of right now, it stands with IPS Technologies. We're going with Line 6, Blast Beats Beard Butter, Paul Raymond recording. He also has a studio. And we did an episode there, and I've done several episodes here as well at the Sound Shop, which will be released soon. So the Sound Shop will be there. And Greg Gannick, once again, a guitar tech, amazing guitar tech.
What do you call that? The
Luthier.
Luthier.
Yeah, Lucifer.
No.
And then
Lucifer.
and then we're going to have Motor City Guitar supplying a lot of the gear for everyone to enjoy.
Icarus Imaging
Icarus
is going to be
Imaging.
there. Videographers and all kinds of photographer. Well,
Yeah.
they do everything.
They're actually going to shoot a
Documentary
style kind of thing there for us. And then, so for people to watch later and be like, and they can relive the
Well, we
experience.
want this
and
to
learn
be an
stuff.
annual thing. We'd love to do
Yeah.
this every
Yeah.
year, and so now
Exactly.
we're going to have footage for it. But I was going to finish up with we're still looking for more vendors. There's still more slots.
Yep.
It's $200 to have a booth
And
there.
that's cheap
That's
as hell.
Yeah.
That,
Thank you.
That's cheap compared to some of the.
Well, one guy told me that he's used to paying $400 to $500 a booth. You know, and with ours, we're kind of loosey goosey with it. We want you to have a booth, and we're actually giving away food and drink tickets to you as
Right.
well.
You'll get some
And we
food and
want you
drink
to have
tickets
fun.
with your
Yeah.
booth rental fee.
Yeah.
This is I'm really rooting for you guys because this is something
Yeah.
that
Thank
this
you.
area needs. And
Yeah.
I,
It
it's like,
is.
if you want to sponsor somebody to go to this event, if you know a musician or something like that you think needs to go to this event, networking is a huge part of what
Yep.
we do.
Exactly.
And I mean, even as a venue, studios should get involved in this. Podcasts should get involved
Yep.
in this
Yeah.
and support something because there's already a network that exists, and it'd be nice to be able to like pull together. You know, create
Well, it's
something
kind of
that's
like
bigger than
what Carrie
ourselves.
did with the restaurants. I mean, we're all we're doing is shining a light on
Yeah.
everybody that's in this network, and it's like, wow, you're here, and there's this, and there's all these things, and there's all this gear, and all we're doing is just like Tone Wars is kind of like a spotlight for all that stuff. We're just trying to say, hey, look over here, check all this stuff out, and check that out, and
There's a lot of young bands too that just don't know.
Yeah.
We didn't know
Yeah,
when
we
we
didn't
started,
know.
even though we've been involved in music. Well, he did, especially for most of his life. We
Yep.
didn't know photographers. We didn't know graphics design artists and studio. We didn't know which studio to go to, and we made some bad choices, frankly,
Yep.
in the
And-
beginning.
yeah.
And yeah.
So it's nice to be able to filter some choices down to people that could definitely benefit from that, you know. And Pedal Python's also one of the other sponsors. Kevin's been really cool about everything. And if you have a spaghetti situation with cords and cables and
Can't
stuff,
wear heels on stage because you're
Yeah.
afraid of tripping.
Pedal
Not if
Python
you have a
solves
Kevin
all your
though,
problems.
because his stages are
So
clean
you're the
as
pedal
hell.
Python?
Despises cables.
Yeah, so will the
that's true.
Helix. Yeah, I'm sure you're digging
Well, I
that.
think you've had those moments where you get into rock star stance on a thing. You're about to do a lead, and you're right at your max, and then you hit a cable or
Yeah,
something,
and you're
And
like,
you go just a little bit farther, and that note gets just a little bit higher. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying for a friend. They're helping somebody that I knew.
yeah.
So before we play our final Rain song this evening, the final Rain song, give a shout one last time, all of the dates and the venue
Sure.
and all of the times and everything.
Right, write this down. We're giving
Write it
you
down.
three
Ready?
dates.
Everybody have
Put
their
it
pencils
in
ready?
your calendar.
You've been
Get your
waiting
phones
for.
out. Open
Yep.
Google up. It is Sunday, October 8th at the Quality Inn and Suites in Waterford, Michigan. Doors are at noon. Ends at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
Tickets.
Very nice.
Tickets are $30 in advance, $40 at the door.
Smart.
Excellent.
And that covers all of the very expensive type things that we have to do for everybody.
Yep, we're paying for it all up front. We're paying for
Exactly.
the caterers, the beer, and
Yep, we're
all of
paying
that
for
stuff.
everything
We've
up
already
front.
paid for the rooms, and
Yep.
this is happening. You can find it on our Facebook page, Tone Wars.
Yes.
2 words, Tone Wars. The event is there.
Let me do this too real quick as far as the performances. I'll
Yes.
just give a quick
ahead.
little thing. John Thrasher is going to be, he's a fantastic bass player.
best bass player.
He's awesome. He's out of Ohio. He's actually going to do a loop station demo and show how he uses the loop station to write, rehearse, and come up with creative ideas.
Does he happen to go by J Thrash on
No.
anything?
He may.
Not
Because
Right.
literally, as the moment you said that, somebody on the YouTube called J Thrash said hello.
It might be him.
And
It
I
might
was
be
like,
him.
what is the
It's
timing
probably
of
you,
this?
man.
What
It
is
might
my
be
life?
him. So
Maybe
what's
it's
up,
you.
John?
Hey.
Earlier, guitar player from Rockstar, The Law. Shout out to you.
Oh, the law. That would be Jamie.
Jamie Trevino.
Yep. So Trevino's going to be, and that guy is a fantastic player. I mean, if
Right?
you're doing what he's doing, you're fantastic. So he's going to be doing the Freak Out pedal, which is a really awesome pedal that every guitar player should own. He's also going to be demoing an amp or two as well. And James Myers, he's going to be doing the. He's gonna demo some stuff. He's gonna demo an amplifier or two and some boutique pedals, and he actually XFX. What is the FX8?
I think
I
so.
believe he just got so or AX8. I'm sorry, it's the AX8 that he's demoing.
You wrote that down right there.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I used that. And then
Pen.
If my arms were longer, I could read it. I had a baboon in my pocket.
and then TJ. I got to tell you, TJ Richardson is an amazing guitar player, and he's going to be doing the Helix LT and some amps too.
His daddy's the sound guy over at that Maidstone.
Maidstone.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
And he has the really cool fire pods.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. TJ, he's one of those guitar players where we've done shows with some of the bands that he's been in, and they didn't really utilize his skills the way that they should have because he came over to my house. And we sat down and jammed one time, and I just was like, "Holy crap!" I mean, this kid
And
is
he's
like,
saying that, right? So
yeah, dude,
guitars.
this guy could mop the floor with me. I mean, this guy
That's
is
impressive.
insane. Yeah, so it was really cool, and he's so humble, and he's such a really nice
humble,
guy.
quiet.
Yep, really cool guy, and he's single. No, I'm just kidding. and
His
so
girlfriend's gonna be mad at you for that.
Don't hang out with him anymore.
He's not single. Never mind.
but he's going to be doing some demos too, and he's going to blow your guys' minds. And we're also going to have, at the end of the night, we're going to have an ensemble performance by, we're going to go up on stage with some of the players that are going to be doing demos.
A
and
super
maybe
band.
some other people
Wait.
Our powers
that are
combined.
here
Wait.
that we can go up on stage and
Some other
do
musicians?
some really awesome songs with.
I think they might be willing.
You think so?
I think so.
A
Yeah.
premonition.
So I don't mean to put you on the spot, but yeah, I think that would be really cool. And what a way to end the night, right?
Yeah.
You know, just to go up and just perform and do and have some fun and just have like a really lighthearted performance. You know, do some covers, do some originals, and just have a good time.
Yeah.
So
I already know the
Michigan
harmonies,
music.
right?
Yeah.
yeah, and
Done. Yeah, I'm good.
and we can all practice
There you
here,
go.
right, Kevin? We can all meet here.
There you go.
Roger that, good buddy. Roger that.
Welcome to the podcast of putting people on the spot.
Yeah. Pretty much the story of my life.
Yeah.
So.
This just in.
I'll bring the beer
Wesley
though.
Williams committed
That's
to.
deal.
Yeah.
Deal. I don't care what spot I'm put on. Just bring beer.
Beer. That's pretty much
Check.
always check. Just
Check.
bring Phil
Beer.
and I beer and we're good. I think we could probably speak for any of the band.
Or food.
Bring
That's how I got into my band in the first
Oh,
place.
beer and
my
food.
my band is only together because I gave them food. Literally
decent
the
amount of
only
payment for the
reason.
first album.
Lots of-
actually.
Yep, that was
Lots
the
of
most of
sushi.
your payment was food.
Our unofficial sponsor was Jimmy John.
For sure. For real though. It's true.
That's
oh, and
awesome.
FYI, Jay Thrash said it's me, LOL.
Oh,
Really?
he did.
Right.
So he knew.
Dude,
Really?
that-
He knew.
That
and also,
guy
so
is
shout
awesome.
out, obviously he shouted out to The Law,
The
who
Law.
is the guitar player in
Law.
Rockstar.
And
My mother has been on the whole time because she's always in the room when we have a
Joyce,
podcast.
right?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Joyce. That's your name, right?
Yes.
Joyce. Yes.
Joyce?
Everybody knows my mom. Listen,
She comments on my stuff,
she comments
What's
on
up,
everything,
Joyce?
so
and I
everybody
really
knows.
appreciate it. It's like I have a new friend.
She's everybody's BFF. I'm serious, actually.
That's
She's gonna be
awesome.
like, "No, I'm not."
You're
LOL.
very lucky, Aaron.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah, I like her. She's cool.
And so we do have one more song before we end out real fast.
Yes.
It is called Nightmare, and I'm guessing once again you can find it on all the
the
places.
places.
All
Yep.
the digital
All the
places. So this is our final song, and then we'll come back and have a few final thoughts after this song. But this one is called Nightmare, and it is by Rain, R-E-I-G-N.
Rain.
Yes.
Spell it just like that.
Blazing up the charts. At number 7.
Tied up in my thoughts, these games inside my head. The strings attached are controlling me instead. You can't handle it, just stay inside. Am I okay? Will I make it tonight? Intimidate me no more. Sedate me no more. Gotta break free. You don't control me. It's a brand new day as I lift up my head. Shine your light down on the living dead. Won't live in fear. Open up the gates. Breathe life into me. I will dominate. Dominate.
That was wonderful, and that what you're listening to was Nightmare by the band Rain.
It was.
It was fantastic.
It was REIGN.
Thank you.
As we
Thank
do our
you.
best Arnold impersonation.
That's just like Arnold, I think. I
Is
thought
it
that
a
I was
good
sitting
one?
with him right there.
Oh.
As you over there, yes.
All right. It's like an Australian instead
That's
of an
awful.
Australian.
That's
You sound like
awful.
a
You sound
really,
like
really
you sound like
concerned
you're from
female.
Germany.
I don't do
Sound
it.
like Helga.
I can't do them either.
I don't know why I tried.
Just, you know, you have to get
It was
to
the beer.
a chopper somewhere.
Damn it, Pirate Porter.
Kevin, where's the beer?
Who knew that he was going to regret that line?
I know.
Forever.
Get to
back
the chopper. Get to the
chopper. It's like, oh my goodness.
He said it
Also-
on what was it this year? He covered for Trump on that show.
Celebrity Apprentice?
Celebrity
He's fine,
Apprentice,
he's anyway, yeah,
and that's how he fired everybody. You're fired. Get to the
Ah.
chopper.
That's funny. He actually makes fun of himself on his Snapchat as well.
Oh, does he?
It's pretty
That's good.
entertaining.
He doesn't take himself seriously.
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't. I love that man.
After this show goes off, I want you all to YouTube the Arnold freaking out on Face Off. No, it wasn't Face Off. It was
No, that's Nick Cage.
no. Yeah, what was
No, the
the
show
Nick Cage.
Face Off.
What was the show? What was the movie where he's on Mars? And
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
He takes his face off, but it's like Total Recall or something.
Yeah, Total Recall.
Yeah.
So look up that where his face.
It's like popping out. His
His
eyes are
falling
popping
off.
eyeballs
out.
are coming
Look that
out.
up.
Yeah.
And next time you do a special effect, imagine that's what it's
Imagine.
going to look like in
Yeah.
a couple of years.
Is that,
Arnold's Arnold.
is that the show where Arnold was having an affair with his maid?
Oh no.
Or was that the housekeeper?
I think it actually
a
was.
housekeeper.
I think it was around that time.
No, it was
that he
during
had-
Batman. It was actually during Batman Forever. He did it. I got his book.
He was like, without
Yeah.
chill.
He's a big fan.
I'm a big fan.
big fan.
You're a big Arnold fan.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep trying to do that.
I think the symmetry. I think it is. If I got this arm was just a little bit bigger, then I'd have the whole thing would have to be bigger because it was so perfect the way that it was.
Speaking of bigger, this episode is really long right now.
I don't even know, man.
We started about 10 minutes late, and now it's 8:30. So
Sometimes big things can
unfortunately,
be awesome.
that's what she said.
Just saying.
Hashtag
Am I wrong?
title of
Say
my new
goodnight,
album.
Dick.
Am I wrong?
For
What, Phil?
I wanted
Yes.
Martin
toast.
laugh in. Nobody
Yes,
knows
and we
wrong
want to do a
with Martin
toast.
laugh.
We're not quite done yet. I want to do the toast last. We're going to have a cheers to everybody who came in and watched and hung out with us
Yes,
this evening
thank
for
you.
Motor City Music Society.
We're gonna have a
On
cheers.
yes, but I think we actually are going to do it in one of the cameras. We just logistically have to figure that first. If you want to follow us around all over the internet, we are MC Music Society on Twitter and Snapchat. We are Motor City Music Society on Facebook and Instagram. I know Aaron GTV is all over the
Yeah,
internet.
AaronGTV.com, Questionable Audio with Joe Giza also, and yeah, all that jazz.
I'm all over the internet with Elsie Binks, EBX, and Jared and Carrie are all over the place with Tone Wars. You're going to hear more about the Midwest, I almost said Midwest Music Fest, which,
I was gonna say Music Society. Yeah.
doesn't it? It's all over. Midwest Gear Fest, and also their band Rain, which you heard a brand new song of this evening, as well as a few songs that you can find on the internet everywhere that you can buy digital music, Spotify, Amazon, CD Baby, Google
All of the
Play,
places.
iTunes.
Yep.
All of the places. Search Rain, REIGN. I have to look at it to spell it.
Don't forget
Like
about
literally.
producers Kevin Wesley Williams of the
Yes.
Sound Shop, and of course
Yes.
Sexy Phil
Yes.
over there.
Yes.
Sexy Phil
Sexy
Tour.
Phil.
And of course,
That's me.
yeah, that's
You
you know.
can find me at westmix.com. That's .com.
.com.
I think
Yeah.
you
It's
really
not
like the
K.
stout.
I think I'd like to just
don't
let
forget about
everybody
Mike.
out there in Radioland know that Aaron Acamando has the best parents on the planet.
Oh,
She
there
does.
we are.
Kind of
It's
cool.
true.
They look really cool.
They're pretty
Come
cool,
on.
guys. They're pretty cool. And I can't forget, my boyfriend has been an amazing camera op, and also he's had a mic.
Aaron
Mike
has
has
the
had a
best
mic.
boyfriend
Mike
on
on
the
the
planet
mic.
also.
Mike, does
Mike
that
on
sound
the
the
mic.
Mike on the mic.
Yeah.
Mike
Thank you,
checking the
Kevin.
mic.
Mike.
So thank you
appreciate that.
for standing in, literally, and helping
Yes.
out.
I'm
With
just
the
sitting
mic.
in for Tammy. Tammy, we hope you get better soon. This chair is very
Yes.
Poor
comfortable,
Tammy.
though.
Yes, you're a good Tammy.
I try.
Yes.
You know, I practice.
Yes, you practiced. You just need curly hair.
Any curly hair? That's curly
You
hair.
need curly
You do
hair.
it. I rock it.
Yes, you rock it. You totally rock it,
She's
girl.
my inspiration.
She is. and so before we leave this evening, we want to cheers to everybody. We want to thank you guys for coming, of course.
Thanks
and
for
talking
having us.
about everything
Yeah.
that we wanted to talk about. And thank you for the beer,
You're
Parker's
welcome.
Hilltop Brewery, which I'm sure you're going to hear more about. And we have to figure out this
You know what?
cheers
Let's
right now.
Oh, actually, you should be in this. So if
Yes.
you come here,
So
then
bear
that
with us
camera
for a
will
moment.
catch us.
One moment.
We're going to
That camera
cheers
should
you
catch
off
us.
the air. And then I got to... Will you cue this from over here?
I'm gonna cheer with Fanta.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Just all you got to do is click on it.
Where are we going?
I don't know. What camera
Probably go
I
over
thought
here.
everybody was coming here because we have
Oh,
these.
I'll come here.
Yeah.
Actually, want to go back. Well, yeah.
Oh, the backdrop, though.
Oh, the backdrop. Okay, let's do that.
We
Scoot
have
back
no mics.
there.
Okay.
Guys. Bear with us while we...
That's moving around.
Yes, we're moving. Are we in the correct camera now?
Yep, I see you.
I'm gonna click it.
How's that? Can everybody see it
Don't
all
click
right?
it yet.
I'm gonna click it.
See your back.
So once
You gotta
again,
be part of this.
we're trying to get everybody in the shot. Phil, are you coming to the shot?
Philabunga.
Felipe.
Everybody else is in like frame.
It's hard to do this. This is difficult.
All right, the
Your-
tall people go in the back. This is the way that it
Tall
goes.
people in the back,
Taller people.
short people in the front. We know how to do this.
and work it like it's hot.
No reason.
Ready.
So the moral of this podcast is buy this beer because
Yep,
it's yummy.
definitely. And,
Either
support local
Mr.
vendors.
Hockey or Hilltop. Nope, messed it up. Parker's Hilltop Brewery. Nope, still messed it up. Pirates Porter is what I meant to say.
Oh,
I was getting there. I swear I was getting there. Yes, all local vendors. That's what Motor City Music Society is all about. So cheers to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you on the next episode for Maria Montoya. She'll be here doing some amazing acoustical tunes. So, yeah, we'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys. And cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
This is it. Boom.
Oh, boom.
Go. Do it. Reaction.